going to talk about my experience of attending Brahmotsavam day 2 and also going to Tirupati Tirumala Balaji temple after almost 5 years. So it's been a fun day so far. The time right now is 11:20 and I am here back at Saptagiri Rest House, and what a fun day it was. And definitely, since it's part of the vlog, I also want to give a day recap of how my day started at 4 a.m. and waking up because we had to take the train, got ready, we had all of that done, and Alavelumangapuram we had to get down station early. And in all those shots, recording shots, if you watch the vlog, if you notice, I realized that all the pilgrimages that are planned by my parents are not very vlog friendly, so I have to be quick and think on my feet and be like, okay, that's what I can do at that point of time, and later I can give a day end recap. So that's what I think I did. And now that I think about it, I'm like, everything was according to God's plan, so that's something that I'm really grateful for. And to be there, Padmavati's temple first, because long story short, you can also check these stories online so that you can get it from the best source. And he's one of the wives of Venkateshwara, and that's one of the purpose for which he also came down as well. There's so many stories, and every single thing is so interlinked. And my mom was telling me about her own theory and her own story and legends, how it works. The deity as well as the power of the deity has always been there, and it's because of the Leela, that's how it all works. And for me, because I'm into ISKCON, I'm into my own spirituality journey right now, it's like, okay, it's Krishna with conch shell and chakra. So that's how I'm looking at Venkateshwara here, and Govinda, one who gives pleasure to the cows. So that's how I'm looking at it. And after that, Govindaraja Swami temple, that too done. And then we came up, and then bus. I'm like, wow, fully electric AC bus these days. I'm like, that's crazy, that's amazing. I'm like, wow, we are at least going towards the go green motive. And also in Tirumala, no plastic, so it's only glass bottles. And we got a room, and my parents are surprised that this is the worst room that they have got. And we keep coming to Tirupati a lot. And 4 or 5 years I was away because of COVID, as well as 4 years in the US. And but still I'm enjoying. I'm like, okay, I remember so many things after coming here. And then under Prasadam there, I remember having it in 2019. And I was like, wow, I thought summer was going to come again. And at the same time, I just want to give a call back to the sweet pongal, the not sweet pongal, the sweet rice, the kheer there. I'm like, wow, I would have showed that in the vlog, but I was thinking, was this offered to the Lordship? So that was something which triggered me. I was like, okay, that we'll come back to it later. So that was done. We came here, we did every single thing. It was all going according to plan, and our darshan was at 6 p.m. And then Varaswamy temple, we went there, and like Varaswamy, because there's also the bond and agreement. See, when Varaswamy happened, and he's residing here in Tirupati, so two huge big presiding deities here at Tirupati, so that makes this place even more special because he's there. And then there's like a rental agreement, and the tree which was actually the witness along with Shiva and Brahma, that's still there. And then Pushkari, I'm like, wow, that's super clean Pushkari. I've never seen clean Pushkari like this. And taking a dip there and then freshening up, going there. I mean, the plan was also to tonsure my head. I was like, not this time, because I also have other trips and plans lined up. So I was like, okay, fine. But then to talk about the experience of going to the temple, I'm like, okay, we are freshening up and we're going there, and I'm giving away my phone. And then 5:15 we are in the queue. We have planned, because my parents have been coming here so many times that they know where all the rest houses are. And my parents also like, okay, this rest house is here, and every single thing is also computer allotted. So I'm like, wow, that's so advanced. It's also about the luck and lottery kind of system. There's lottery for seva as well, so Prabhatam seva in the morning. So 5:15, and then 6 p.m. we are right there at the ticket checking counter. We did not have to deposit anything because I did not have anything, and I just had my chappa bag with me. I was doing Japan, he was checking, he was like, he just touched to see like, okay, it's just the beats. And then I finished my 20 rounds there. I'm like, okay, I'm so grateful. And right when I finished my 20 rounds, I saw the Mahotsav which was happening, because yesterday was the first day and CM, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, was here. And today we took a different route because he was coming down, and the Garuda circle is like the main area around here, so much of security measures as well. I'm like, wow, such a beautiful time. And I don't remember being around Tirupati around this time, Pottasi Masam, and there's so much of Navratri vibe, Dussehra vibe that's going on around this time. And at least in my living memory, because I did not have phone, I just came to the temple, we just go have darshan. But those 10 seconds, whatever it is in front of the deity, totally worth it. We'll come to that in a bit. But I'm like, okay, now that I'm into spirituality, all I was doing was doing japa, and I'm like, okay, I need to complete rounds. And right at the 20th round, after I finished my 20 rounds, I saw the Mahotsav which is going around. It was doing pradakshina, and that's going to happen for the next, today is September 25th, so that's going to happen till October 2nd, and I can imagine how grand that is going to be. So I'm just grateful that I got the opportunity to come here and do this right at this point of time. That's like perfect time. So to be there waiting hall, and they were giving Annaprasad, and we had our own dinner, and then we, right when I came outside the Mahotsav, that happened, and it was actually quick as well, 6 p.m., and by 8 I was out. But to talk about inside the Gopuram, I also saw Ananta Alvar's the crowbar, and that's the crowbar with which he hit, because that's another legend story. And then that's why you see the white marking there. That's like, okay, that got hurt, and you're putting in there. I'm like, that crowbar is still there, so you can see the legend and the kings that were involved in reconstruction of the temple, and all according to God's plan, all according to Krishna's plan. And I can see the flower decorations inside, like peacock with a flute. I'm like, wow, that's again Krishna. And inside also, I'm like, okay, now there are 3 lines to go inside. And I was like, because today is Thursday, tomorrow they are going to give bath to the deity, and the namam is like huge namam that I usually associate Tirupati Balaji with. This time it was so thin. I'm like, okay, that it is what it is. And then the first thing that I realized when I entered the outer sanctum sanctorum was one person doing seva of clean. I was like, I remember my time at ISKCON Tirupati, and I was there, I sang my japa mala with me. I took my japa mala, okay, I was doing namaste, and right when I was putting it on, someone was like, Hare Krishna Govinda. I'm like, Hare Krishna. That was such a ISKCON moment. Wherever I'm there, that Krishna consciousness is always there. I try to see Krishna in everything. I see Krishna in everything. That's my basic premise, as well as seeing everything in Krishna. So we did. And then right when I came out, the Pongal, my dad went in a queue where he got tamarind rice, puliyogare. When I went in my line, I got sweet kheer, and that was like the best part. That yes, I got sweet kheer. I'm like, wow. And now I know that this is offered for sure. So I came outside, and then we finished darshan. We were outside, and I saw the lightings, because when I went inside, the lightings was not there. And now that I'm outside, okay, the lightings are all there. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But my phone was in the room, so I had to walk back, get the phone. But I knew that it's going to be worth it, because I wanted to share that experience with you. And I'm like, okay, that's my perspective of sharing all of this. And the lighting during that time, as well as indirectly, technically, pradakshina also happened, as well as having that low charge. When I took my phone, it was like 80%, and with 1% charge, getting the pictures that I want, and having my mom as my personal photographer. And then the timing at which every single thing was happening outside, they blocked this blockade here, and then I was seeing the alva. That was, I mean, the whole timing of seeing God and then Venkateshwara coming inside, and then I'm like, that was definitely worth it. And I'm like, if Krishna wanted to something to happen, that will happen for sure. And the timing and the position, every single thing was amazing. And after that, my phone died, so I switched it off. And then I was sitting at a place, and the GR, who is like the Pedda GR, who is like the, he's the sannyasi and is the head of TTD Tirupati Tirumala Devasthanam, and he's walking by us. And then I'm like, it had to be a plan for sure. And I was trying to soak in the moment. I was trying to take pictures. I was trying to go through that parikrama. That also happened. It was not by chance. It, few things have so strongly happened that you cannot call it a coincidence. As more and more I also become spiritually advanced, I'm like, okay, this is not coincidence. This is not just science. Few things we cannot explain just like that. It's all spirituality. It's all something that I have to be grateful for. And I don't know when I'll be able to attend Brahmotsavam next. This is just day 2, and that was so beautiful to get pictures and see that whole scenery and the flowers, the decorations, the vibe, the festivities. And I also realized that the timeless kind of thing with this, the god of Kali Yuga and the Venki, and he's taking away the Govinda, the part, and the number of stories surrounding it. That's all God's plan. When you think about it, Krishna's plan all along, he'll be like, if he wants a Kshetra, he wants a Dham, he wants a deities to resurface at a certain point of time because of the Leelas, because of devotees. That's definitely bound to happen. That's one thing that I understood. I'm just grateful for the experience. And we have few other trips lined up to Tirupati as well. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting to come here. And Tirupati, that all that wait just to experience God, to see there in that in the Sanctum Sanctorum part for the few seconds. The journey is so much of pushing, shoving is happening. I'm like, that's totally worth it. And I hope you all got to see some of it through my vlog as well, of my perspective of going and experiencing it. Tomorrow we are going down to Tirupati, and yeah, that's another day that I'm looking forward to. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for watching. See you all in another one. Till then, bye from me.